Hello, hello, hello. I had too many windows open then. I lost the window. I lost the window. Not that anyone's watching. Just me. Just me. I don't know if we'll have anyone in tonight. I don't know if anyone will be watching. It'll be, I imagine it'll be quite quiet. So I don't know what we're going to talk about. What do you want to talk about? I don't know. What can we talk about? Oh, got 2 views in. Maybe they will chat. Maybe they won't. If they don't, then I will skedaddle. All right, that's the deal. Right? And maybe I'll just play me video games and stream those instead and have a chat. We could do that. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? And that'd be different. That'd be very different. Oh boy, a bit tired. Hey, Pegasus in. My groove is lopsided. My foot's hurting. My right foot's giving me jip. But yeah, you're here. Alex is in. And he says, evening. Yeah, evening. Evening, Alex. How goes it? Oh, 9 people in at the moment. Oh, this is it. They're going to come in thick and fast. You wait. It's going to fill up. It's going to fill up in a minute. So yeah, I don't know if anyone's paying attention. Is anyone paying attention? I don't know. For those of you who don't follow things, the last few weeks, who knows how long, we've had someone spoofing other people in the chat, copying their accounts. This could have been going on for years. I don't know. It's only when people... Vorner is in. He says evening. But yeah, so we've had somebody spoofing other members of the chat. And I don't know why. Maybe they're just desperate for attention. I don't know. Maybe they're too scared to have a chat. I don't know. Don't be scared. Come and have a chat. Why did you feel the need to impersonate these other people? It's very strange. But there you go. So now we have this lockdown. So you can have channel subscribers of 6 weeks or longer. And we do that just to kind of slow them down, because I'm sure they'll be back, and that's fine. If they want to play silly buggers, that's fine. I suppose I'll play along, but, I really don't understand the motivations of it. If that's what obviously they need the attention. I don't know. There must be, I'm sure there are other things they could be doing, but, but that's that. But Pegasus is one of the people they've impersonated. Payne, one of the Paynes. Payne's not in tonight because he strained himself, wiping his bottom apparently. It's a good enough reason as any. It's a good enough reason. What have I been grooving to? Asked Pegasus. I've been grooving to. I put on Phil Mansoneer's Diamond Head the other day because it was on the floor. It was wasn't on the floor. It was just. I hadn't put it back in the record rack, so I thought I'll play it again. So that was good, hearing it again. Though I went on eBay and bought myself another copy because my copy's a bit worn out. It's a bit worn out. So I thought, I'll get another copy. So for just under a tenner, I've got another copy. That's with postage. I've got another copy of it. My copy, like I said, I got for quids back in the day. It's held together. It's with sellotape. And it's got a few crackles and pops on it. So I thought, wouldn't it be nice to have a clean copy? Even though I've got it on the old CD as well. CD? Yeah, those silver discs. And my copy is an import because you probably didn't realise this, but a lot of records back in the 80s weren't available in the UK on CD. Phil Mansoneer, Bill Bruford, just to name a few. And so I had to buy them as import CDs. So this is what the people come here for. You wait there. You wait there, lads. I will show you. because this is interesting. This is for the young folk, right? I've got to find where's my film outs and near CD moved to, because I've moved everything around. Oh, ow, eek. Here we go. Right, so these are original EG pressings from the 80s. Look at that. Look at that. And you probably think, but Darren, it looks like a regular CD. That's because it is. These are pretty good, actually. They're pretty good. It's just, I've never bothered to sell them. Got a nice inlay, which replicates the artwork perfectly. You see, look at that. You see, it's even got the words and everything. You can sing along. Because one of my things when I was a young sprout, I used to jam along to this record with my guitar on a Friday night when everyone was out, on vinyl, obviously, and those were the days. It's how I got my amazing guitar skills. But yeah, what makes this different? It has look. I kept the little sticker on. Let's see. I moved the little sticker there. Look, CD. It was an import. Look at that. Because this was marketed by, I don't know if you can read that, Caroline Records from New York City. You see? So you couldn't actually get a UK version of that. I don't think it was pressed until like the, and that's the same with that one as well. Let's see. And yeah, you don't see the inserts. And the same case scope. You know, they've all got the import sticker on. Is that interesting? Don't know. Bill Bruford's the same. The Bill Bruford albums. Whoops! Now I've got to get back in the rack. Oh God, my shoulder hurts when I do this. So don't do this. There we go. Back in the rack now. And yeah, the Bruford, one of a kind. Sorry, it feels good to me, one of a kind. Gradually Going Tornado are all the same, because you could only get master strokes on CD, and that was a very important record, because it was that one that kind of led me off on this journey of well, one of the records. There was a couple of records. Yeah, like I said, without the imposter, the chat is incredibly quiet. This is interesting, isn't it? So I've got a funny feeling that I've been talking to myself. Again, 18 viewers. I've got a feeling a lot of the viewers was the imposter with multiple accounts. Oh wow, that's some serious mental illness, isn't it? Yeah. Anyway, so what else was I listening to? I was listening to an album by Jeff Parker, which has been repressed. But I might do a review of that, so I won't talk about too much of that. I won't talk about that. And I was also listening to, I've got to remember, because I was listening to some stuff and I can't remember. God, I hate when this happens. I should write a list, shouldn't I? Oh yeah, I listened to that Marillion album. My sound is too low. No, it's because my daughter's in bed and she has insomnia and I can't. You're going to have to just turn it up. I'm sorry, I can't go louder than this. I can boost it, but wait a minute. Let me boost it. It's just I can't talk loud, because I'll get into all sorts of trouble with my daughter. Is this any better? How is this? Is this better? That'll have to do. So, yes, that'll do. Oh, what was I talking about? Oh, now you've gone and distracted me. Oh yeah, I was listening to that Marillion album. That went down well. The Marillion review. I might do a video with some of the comments, because they're pure gold. They are pure gold. But I listened this afternoon to Lateralus by Tool on vinyl. Have you seen my Tool on vinyl? Have you seen it? It's a thing of beauty. I should really do a dedicated video. Is it louder because I've adjusted the sound? Is it any better? Am I a bit louder for you? Yeah. But yeah, I listened to that. I might show you, because let me just drink my coffee first, because I don't want to get coffee on it. I'll come back to it. But yeah, I've got to be quiet because I wake my daughter up because it's a school night, you see. Jack asks, who was the imposter? The usual troll? Any suspects? I don't know, and I don't really care. Look, this person, they hate me. I don't know why they hate me. It's a mystery, But hey, I obviously give them some sort of meaning to their lives, so we've just got to kind of, go with it and let them have their fun. Again, if they have a problem, they should come and talk to me about it. But they don't. That's not what this is about. It's about them trying to, I don't know, play with me, make me unhappy. I don't know. I don't know what it's about. But they play their little games. They do their little things, and you just shrug and go. And that's that. They won't be happy until I'm not doing this anymore. They won't be happy until I'm gone. I think that's what they want. I think that's what they want to do. They want to kind of destroy me because of, I don't know, probably because I gave one of their favourite albums a bad review or something, some stupid vendetta, I don't know. But hey, if you've got a problem, let's talk about it. But they won't because they're cowards, and this just gives them a little chubby, just me talking about them. But if you are listening, what you do does not affect me one iota. It's just another thing, and I just do this. I go, I just shrug, and now we put this in place. Don't you get it? It doesn't stop. I just carry on, I do what you can't do. Remember? So yeah, I don't know. Who knows who it is? Who cares? This is for us, It's just there is a lot of weird people out there, and that's their idea of fun. It gives their lives meaning, and that's that. That's all that's all you can talk about, isn't it? Really, it's a bit weird. Like I said, the internet's a weird place. That's why I'm here. Like I said, you should just go and read some of the comments on the Marillion review. When I did give a disclaimer, I did actually warn people. And they still came in and they still got upset, and they still told me what a terrible person I was for reviewing the record, because that is the state of people these days. They have no critical faculty, and it's all about 5-star reviews, and everyone's got to toe the line and say the same thing, and everything's got to be homogenous, and you can't do anything different. You've all got to be the fucking same. Well, I'm old. I don't care. I don't care. It is what it is. So yeah, we do this. Renee says, love Tool. It's complicated. I really like Maynard James Keenan because of he's again, very clever guy. Does lots of different things. He acts, writes, does the vineyard thing and the restaurant stuff, and he's very much the Ian Anderson type character who uses money to do other things. And I always, like Peter Gabriel did with Real World Studios, I always respect musicians who, clamber out of the box and do other things and benefit other people. They create industries of their own, and I think that's really, really, really admirable, because hey, you could have the big house and the big limousine and I don't know, the guitar collection or whatnot, or you could do something productive, and they do that. So I have a real admiration for, again, the same with Ian Anderson. I think people like that are very remarkable people. They're constantly doing new things. They're not just being the rock star. So yeah, whether or not I love Tool, I like bits of what they do. Some bits more than others. I think Lateralus is an interesting record. It's good. I like it. I prefer it a lot more on vinyl than I do on CD. When I remember having it on CD and just being exhausted by it, it suffers from the length, and it's a very dense record. The dynamics are very all one. There are some up down bits, but it's very driving. And again, 20 years ago when it came out, I just found it very, very tiring. Don't find it so tiring now with the vinyl. But I think they're good. I think they're good musicians. But I do feel at the moment they're kind of, in the same groove. Again, a lot of what they do is very kind of, if you look at what he does with A Perfect Circle and Pussifer, there's a lot of variety there, a lot of different tonal shifts. So, does that answer your question? I don't know. Mankey says the Old Faithful have their own private club now. Too bad that it is necessary. Well, again, it's a strange necessity, and again, I can lock it down even further. I can make sure if anyone misbehaves, we can just make it for a year. You can be a subscriber for a year before you get an entry to the inner circle. I don't want it to be like that. I want everyone to come in. And if you do have a question, you can always tweet it to me on Twitter. I'm at Twitter at Darren_Lock on Twitter. You can do that. You could email me, and ask me the question, and I'll feature it here and you can watch. But because these people have their games, this is it now. Like I said, I don't know how long it's been going on for. I think it could have been going on for a while. I'm not going to check. I can check after the fact. The problem with the chats is I can't check who's real and who's not until after the chat is published and I see the chat transcripts and I can check who's who. So I went through and I found quite a few accounts that weren't the person who said they were. So they got blocked. Those accounts are blocked now. And I double checked all the Old Faithful, their real accounts, and they are now in the approved section. You're approved. You get approval. And that's what we have to do. It's crazy. Jack says, not many Russian bots the last few weeks. Feel like their efforts have been redirected. Well, it's not here. These ain't Russian bots. This is one person who's very, very keen. Like I said, we've got 32 viewers in. Maybe it didn't have that big a impact. I don't know what to think. But that's part of it. They want you to think about it, but I refuse to think about it. I refuse to engage with it. So I don't think about it. I think about coffee time. And the next news, I've got some good news stories for you tomorrow. I've got some good ones. But it's not a thing. Vorna says, Darren, your troll, maybe Mr. Dick hiding behind his pseudonym. I'd like to think that Derek William Dick has better things to do with his time. He might be a bit of a wally when it comes to my review, but I'd like to think that he's sane, rather than insane. But there you go. Pegasus says, "Don't like the damned." I like bits of what they do. They're again a punk band, but I'm kind of ambivalent about punk bands. Was it my favourite Damned album is Damned's Greatest Hits? I like the singles, as it were, but I wouldn't necessarily seek out their albums because I'm a purist. I like the Pistols, and that's about it. The Stranglers get a shoe-in because they're not strictly a punk band. They're actually quite prog. They did a concept album, and their music's quite complicated in places. But yeah, I'm really kind of ambivalent about the punk people after the Pistols. So they invented a whole genre. They created a whole genre. Well, Malcolm McLaren helped to create them. It's complicated. Jack says, us in the Old Faithful have their own clubhouse in Lanzarote now, which we'll chip in for. You should buy sometime. I don't think I could afford it. He also goes on to say, I enjoyed Latris and 10,000 Days album. All their albums are quite dense, though. Best enjoyed in chunks. Yeah, I'd probably agree with that. Andrew says, hi, have I overslept? Have I missed anything? Not really. You can always rewind. Andrew says, more coffee time? Absolutely. Absolutely. Definitely more coffee time. But remember, folks, there are 36 of you in. Can I have a few more likes, please? I don't like begging. Don't make me beg. But could you like the stream? Not that I don't know if it does anything. Because the troll thumbsing it down doesn't seem to do anything. But YouTube is a strange place. You never know. Maybe one day they'll do to me what they did to my son's channel and killed it. Boy, they killed that boy's channel dead. I really don't see. I think about that more. That I think about more than the person who does what they do to me. Because my son's channel is kind of, it just sits there. We don't really do anything with it. And those videos are old. And it was two 2-year-old videos that were suddenly trending, that were getting traction. And then someone went, and turned it off. And you go, what hope has the rest of us got? What hope has the rest of us? Maybe they can do that. Maybe they really do have that amount of control. I don't know. I mean, I think the whole subscriber thing's really, a waste of time, because you have like three. I think I don't know how many. I've got 3,500. I think subscribers, but that doesn't equate to views per video, because only the old faithful swing by and watch the videos. I'll get a spike with stuff like that Marillion album. Boy, that was a waste of time, wasn't it? I was actually quite kind. I was kind on it. I was kind. The last 2 tracks, I was very kind. But hey, best album ever, according to the fans. Nah. But who knows? Zeb says, "My God, that's load of guitars. Oh, these are just the ones you can see." No, these are just the ones you can see. I might have to sell them. What do you think? I kind of running out of space. I think I can't play them all at the same time. You see, I used to have the mantra that because before I only had like when I first started, I had this kind of workflow that I was going to have just one guitar and one bass, which I did. My black one and my red one. But I used the Roland VG virtual guitar systems and virtual bass systems to make them sound like all other guitars, whether they were 12 strings or nylons or Telecasters or banjos or upright basses. They could do all that. But I had that gear for a long time, and there's always a danger that it could go wrong. And I didn't feel very confident with Roland, because their technical support was lacking. And so I sold up, and in order to kind of make those different sounds, I needed a few different guitars. Well, that's fine when you're using like an electric 12 or a nylon. I like that nylon. So that was a bargain. That was, or my fretless bass, But I don't need all these. I don't need 6 or 7 6-string electric guitars. I don't. But I did want to try every variety of Fender. So we've got the Strat, we've got the Music Master, we've got Telecaster, we've got Telecaster Deluxe, my Jazz Esquire, Jaguar, Jazz Master. I wanted to try them all. Some I like, some I'm not a big fan of. That's how it goes. And I've got more guitars than Mike Alford. Yeah, exactly. My volume is deliberately low because my daughter's asleep and I'm trying not to wake her. Wait a minute, I'll boost it a bit more. But you will get a little bit of hiss, okay? There will be hiss. Is that any better? I don't know. Yeah, Mike Alfred, I think he's only got like 2 or 3 guitars these days. So, but yeah, I do need to do something. I just don't know what to do. It's that thing of I don't know. Maybe I should just give up. I'm thinking of just quitting and not doing any more music ever again. Just fed up with it. I've done everything I need to do. I don't need to do any more. Don't need to do any more. Oh, and that reminds me. For those who aren't on the mailing list, if you're not on the mailing list, I tried to promote this the other day, but I don't think anyone's that interested in it because it's shit and I'm shit. But Go and have a listen. You can have a listen. Net Echo. I brought it out the other day. It's kind of a load of offcuts of stuff that I did back in 2008, 2009. You can list it to free. If you want to buy it, it's a £5. If you want to get a CD, it's £15. I don't know if I'll be making any because no one's pre-ordered. So, there you go. But it's about 55 minutes of music that's there. And I did the new artwork as well. I was pretty pleased with the artwork. I dug my old pin art out. Let's pull it up. Look, I redid the artwork. Look, here we go. Look, there I am. Here it is. There. See, that's my face in pins. I suffer for my art. There you go. But yeah, go and have a listen to it. Go and have a listen to it if you want. It's free to listen to. You get a couple of free listens over at music.darrenlock.com. If you like it, great. If you don't, check out one of the other many releases I've put out, which are probably crap as well. Oh well, what can you do about it? I had a lot of that from Marillion fans saying I'm a nobody and I'm crap and everything. So it's a bit wearing. It wears you out. It's oh god, yeah, they're right. Maybe I am. But then, as I pointed out to one of them, Marillion hasn't been relevant since 1986. So there you go. Oh, that hurt. Oh. Zeb says, speaking of good old Oldfield, did you enjoy Man on the Rocks, Tubular Beats, and Return to Omadorn? No, I didn't. I don't think I've listened to some samples of Tubular Beats, but that's not really, it's not saying. I think I reviewed Man on the Rocks and Return to Omadorn, so they're there for you to, they're there to have a listen to if you want to. Rene says, do I like the new Eddie Vedder? It's very American. Nope, I haven't checked it out. Too busy listening to Jeff Parker instead. Pegasus says, Echonet is without doubt one of the greatest albums of all time. Darren, you're a genius. I think we've found our imposter. He's messing with my mind. He's an imposter. But considering that half of Echonet was actually recorded in a shed whilst my house was in ruins and I was running around like a headless chicken, trying to make everyone happy and failing, and still managing to get the missus pregnant. I'm still proud of that achievement. Yeah, it is pretty good. It's one of my favourites because it was made under duress, and I was in a very weird place, and I was in this shed. I don't know if I can find. Maybe I can find a picture of the shed. That would be fun, wouldn't it? To illustrate my. For that, I need to go to the Drobo. Drobo, boom, 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 Drobo. Come on, Drobo, wake up. Sometimes the Drobo is a bit sleepy. He's awake. It's awake. We woke up the Drobo. So that would have been 2000. Oh God, I'm never going to find it. When would it have been? There's a lot of pictures. There's an awful lot of pictures. This is what happens when you go and look on the Drobo. Oh, Darren, we'll never find the Drobo. I've got some pictures of electricity meters if anyone's interested. Look, it's a picture of an electricity meter for you. Look at that. Look at that. That is a gas and electricity meter. Oh no, it's 2 electricity meters. There you go. Wow. There you go. This is what they want. This is what they want. Pictures of meters. Here's a picture of a guitar lady I owned. This is a Yamaha GL1, but this one was unique because it had a pickup built into it. And I rather foolishly sold it. There you go. I've owned an awful lot of items. There you go. That is a Yamaha GL1 with an inbuilt pickup. Should have kept that. Yeah, there you go. One day I'll buy that Gretsch one back again. Here's me feeding Verity. There you go. Look at it. Look at this. Oh, let me just scroll it down. There we go. Look at that. Oh. Oh. Look at that. There we go. This is the stuff. This is the stuff that they want. I shouldn't go through. I shouldn't go through the. The old file. Oh wow! All the magazines we used to sell. Oh dear. So I'm just going down memory lane. Oh, it's a picture of me and my mum. Oh. So I'm just reminiscing here. I'm just reminiscing. I'm trying to find a picture of the shed. Oh, here's a guitar. This is a Fender guitar which I owned many years ago. It's a bit white, a bit overexposed, that one. But I sold that as well. Here's a picture of the body. Here you go. And if you'll notice, it has a Roland pickup built into it. Look at that. It wasn't a bad guitar. It's just it's kind of surplus to my requirements. I can't remember if I bought that second hand or. Again, I've owned lots of different instruments. You know, lots of different. Oh, here's my old Roland GR1. Oh. Wait a minute, that isn't my Roland GR1. That's somebody else's Roland GR1. And here's a guitar. Here's another guitar. Look at this. This would have been around 2009, and that was a Fender. Look at that, Fender acoustic. Sold that one as well. So many instruments, so little time. I found the shed. I found the shed, everyone. This is a good one. But here it is. Here is the shed. But it's important. It's a very important picture because I've got to get it all in. That's what she said. Alex is guarding the shed. And that was Little Lemon Studios for a while. That shed there. And that is where I recorded half of EchoNet and some of everything you have ever owned is mine. In that shed. And it got really cold because we were staying there, you know, from November to August. So it was really cold in the winter and really hot in the summer. It went a bit. It was a little bit 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. But of a night when I'd be recording, I could hear things scurrying across the roof. I imagine they were rats because they moved really fast. And even with headphones on, playing guitar, I could hear. But yeah, so there was a little trip down memory lane for you. A little trip down memory lane. Oh well, that person's gone then. If that really isn't you, Agassiz, you know, then they're gone. Yeah, told you they were imposter, didn't I? You see, they're trying to play with my brain. And this is what I'm up against. You know, these people are quite demented. But hey, we've blocked them. Cyrus is in. Are you the real Cyrus, though? That is the question. Andrew says he's found a copy of Love Beach. It was in mint condition, never been played. Yeah, I can believe that too. Jack says, I was just here to do the meter reading. Exactly. Big Dave Langdon's in. Greetings. Andrew says, sweet Verity, indeed. Indeed. Today she made sausage rolls at school. There we go. I mean, crikey. in a year and a bit, she'll be 16. Crikey. She wasn't even, she was just over a year old. Yeah. About 18 months old then. So, cool. Time goes. Big Dave says, I've just pre-ordered the reissue of the Penguin Cafe first album. It'll be my introduction to them. Yeah, it's been reissued on vinyl, and I have the CD. He says, because I'm a wanker. I've just got to find it. Oh, it's over there. I'll never reach it. Oh, God. Ow, 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 ow. I'm going to pull two out by accident. Technically, this is the first Penguin Cafe album. Yeah, technically this, and it's a live album. And there's a little DVD with it as well. Look at that. How cool is that? Yeah. And again, I think the cover is done by Emily Young, who is Arthur Jeff's mother. And Emily Young was the Emily from See Emily Play by Pink Floyd. But yeah, this is A Matter of Life. And I was lucky to see them on that tour because Portico Quartet was opening for them. There you go. So it's a good record. It's a good one. Landau, I think, is the standout track. I really like that one. But yeah, I've got the vinyl because, you know, I'm a wanker on pre-order. Jack says that rat scurrying could have been a good sample. I don't tend to deal with samples, you know. Grant says, hello Darren, I just started Bill Bruford's The Autobiography. A much needed rest from the debauchery of Led Zeppelin's escapades. I will settle for Bill being put off with Robert F. any day. Well, it's a good one. I've got it on the shelf over there. I'll have to read it. I read it a long time ago when it first came out. It's a much more sensible book. Very sensible. Cyrus says, there are a bunch of people in the world named Cyrus, so I guess not. Well, I don't know. Yeah, but you do know, Cyrus, we have a problem with imposters on the live chat. Yeah, I shit you not. Someone likes to come on here and pretend to be other people. It's like, okay. And I don't know. I don't know if you're real. I don't know if anyone's real. I don't care. It doesn't bother me. We just carry on. But it shows you just how... Yeah, this shows you what I have to deal with. Little old me, a nobody. They obviously fancy me, aren't they? That's the issue. They fancy me. Well, who wouldn't? Who wouldn't, yeah? But yeah. Cyrus asks, thoughts on the upcoming box set for Exposure? Yeah, the Featured Art's got this big box set out. It's 160 quid. Yeah, great. Ooh, if I was a fan, but part of me think because there's some stuff in there I want to hear, but I'll be fucked if I'm going to give 160 quid of my money. Unless you guys want to have a whip round and buy it for me, or I can, I don't know, save up some vouchers or whatnot. You know, some Amazon vouchers. But again, the problem with it, well, there's two problems. One, Stephen Wilson's remixed it. It's like, oh, I don't need remixing. Leave it alone. So there's a surround sound mix, and it's an album that I don't think really needs a surround sound mix. You know, it's a very, you know, it's a stereo album. You know, it doesn't have the width to make a 5.1 mix. You know, it's not like it's Lizard or something like that. But yeah, there's an awful lot of stuff in it. I think it's something like 108 CDs, or something. It feels like it. But you know, I don't know. Like I said, I can't really get excited about it because, you know, and it's a shame because that album is an important album to me. You know, it's one of the reasons that I do what I do. But, you know, I don't know where this order to destroy me came from. It might be just Declan Colgan who's taken it upon himself and gone rogue. But these orders may have come from the top, so I must assume that the featured artist himself has put out this warrant on me. You know, so I can't really, partake. I would be a fool to give them my money. But I'm not dissuading you. You guys, you spend your money how you want. You know, it's great. But for me, I will sit this one out like I have been sitting out since 2019. You know, not a penny has gone their way. I sold a majority of that stuff. I've still got a few things. Again, the stuff I collected from around that time, you know, from 91, it would have been 89 from 89 to 2003. I've got that stuff because that was a big time for me, and I've kept that stuff. Got rid of the collectors. I got 90% of what I owned of theirs. I've got rid of. I've just kept some trinkets of theirs, but they will never get another penny from me. So that's that, and that's that. Because why would you support the people who are trying to destroy you? You know? Mrs., she's very sensible. That's why I keep her around. Well, sometimes she's sensible. Sometimes she's an idiot like me. You know? We all have our stupid side, don't we? And then we have flashes of genius. So, you know, it's... yeah. But that album was really important. It was a really important record to me. But... good news, everyone. Good news for if you go to... I've got to get the link up. Got to get the link up, man. Where's the link? Where's the link? Oh, I'll never find the link now. Where's the link? There you go. If you go onto my eBay, I've got a load of featured artists CDs up for sale. So fill your boots, enjoy. Grant says, is the 5-string bass hard to play? I don't know. I haven't mastered the 4-string bass. Well, I don't know. It's all right. It's all about frequency. So it's all whether or not you need those deep notes. Do you need those deep notes? Sometimes they're useful. Sometimes they just get in the way of the mix. I kind of yearn for a 6-string again, you know, because I got rid of my 6-string because it was, had a preamp, and there was something not quite right about the preamp, so I outed it. Because this is the problem with a lot of 6-strings. They have preamps in, and you know, if they go wrong, then yeah, it's an expensive repair. And I want guitars that I can repair myself, because I can use a soldering iron, I can replace a pickup, I can do all that. I can replace a nut. Wish I did the other week with my Telecaster there. But yeah, for those who aren't in the know, this is the 5-string, right? And what we've got here you can't see. You can't see. Oink. There's not enough room. Move him out of the way. As you can see, there are 5 strings, right? 5. Not 4, but 5. But you have the usual E, A, D, G. Oh, so it's like a regular bass. But then this one is a B. But what that means is you can go down an octave from here. So I'm always going to go to D, right? Because D's for Darren, right? So you've got, that's D. Whoops. How hard is it? It's very hard. My fingers are playing up, so that's another reason why I'm fed up. So yeah, it's hard for me at the moment. When my fingers feel better, then it'll be better. So yeah, basically, you just go down an octave there if you want, or back to C if you want. I'm really mangling this. Because I normally play with a pick. That's my excuse, and I'm sticking with it. Oh. Very cheap, 100 quid. 100 quid, because I saved up my Amazon vouchers and I got it for half price. So there you go, that was a cheap one. But yeah, it's all about whether or not you want to go down the deep end. Do you want to go down the deep end? Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't. And if you're playing a 6 string, you've got the B at one end, and the high string is a C. So you can go, and yeah, I like to go down that end. That was good, but those frequencies can get a little bit lost in the mix. So you've got to kind of mix it. It's a mixing problem more than anything else, and a playing problem. Yeah, your hands get used to it. My hands are a bit soft at the moment because because my joints are in. I was hoping that would have gone away, but it's come back. So maybe, I don't know, maybe my diabetes is worse. No, I'm feeling all right. My feet haven't run off. Hey, but yeah, hopefully that is the what's it? Dave asked, do you still have the Amazon? Sorry, do I still run the Amazon wishlist? Not really. I don't know if I still. I don't think it's public anymore because it gets embarrassing because people buy me stuff and then I end up selling it because I haven't got the room to keep everything. And I feel really guilty about it. So I took it down. And again, people accuse me of, exploiting people. They go, oh, you only do it because you want to get stuff out of people. It's like, no, if people want to be nice, it's nice to give the option to be nice, isn't it? But the nasty people make you feel guilty about stuff. Oh, you do this and you do that and da-da-da-da. You name it. I've had every accusation thrown at me. Like I said, in the 11 years I've been doing this sort of thing. Before that, when I was just doing music videos, which you see on my other channel, everyone left me alone. It was beautiful, but once you start saying, oh, that album's a bit crap, boy, do people hate you. It's funny, isn't it? Isn't it funny? Isn't it funny? Let's have a butcher's. I don't even know if I've got anything on it at the moment. Let's have a look. Where are my lists? Where are my lists? My lists. What I love about Amazon is it really allows you to find everything. Oh yeah, there are some things. Here we go. Let's share the list. How do I share the list? Oh, I know. I wonder if that box set's in. I'll put that on there. That'll be funny. Wait a minute. Nah, it's not in there actually. It's not on here at the moment. Oh, we've got the. Oh, wait a minute. What's that to? Oh, it's double CD. I can add it to my my wish list. Is that on the wish list now? There you go. Let's have a look. Did that go on there? Did that? Oh no, it didn't. Oh, okay. Oh, that's weird. remove, remove, remove. How'd you share it? How'd you share the list? Oh, God. Is it public anymore? No, it says it's public. Oh, this is what you come here for. This is what you come here for. Oh, here we go. Link copied. This is my wish list. There's nothing on it. There you go. There you go. There's nothing on it of any note. I should take that stuff off. Yeah, wait a minute, just remove that. Renee's off. See you, Renee. Dave said, "Oh wow, this box set is news to me. I'm having a gander." Yeah, it's very big. That's what she said. But like I said, previous to the 19th of October 2019, I would have been lining up. But after the 19th of October 2019, nah. Jack says, you can tell if an account is imposter because they have a fake moustache and glasses on their profile pic. Maybe Jack, maybe they do. Dave says, yeah, F to Declan. Still sorry that the entire thing happened. It's what they do. They've done it to other people in the past. They've had whole websites taken down with cease and desists, and then they've used that material for themselves. They're not honest, trustworthy people. They say they are, but they're not. It was my own silly fault. I thought that they'd be all right with it, but no. Apparently they weren't all right with it. And instead of emailing me, because I have a business email address. They could have emailed me and said, take that stuff down. They decided to do that. And again, the rules of YouTube mean if you get more than 3 copyright strikes not claims, your channel gets deleted after something like 3 working days. I got something like 38 copyright strikes. That was a nuclear attack, So I thought, well, look, why should I let them fucking dictate who I am? I'll just delete it myself, and that's it. That's all I am. And the same goes for this. I'll delete it. I walk away. It doesn't matter. None of it's real, So that's that. I don't take it too seriously. And I wish people had realised that it's just meant to be a laugh. And if I can earn some money out of it, I earn some money out of it. And if you guys want to get all upset about it and pissy about it, that's your problem. It ain't my problem. That's that. Andrew says, which classical composer do you like? My favourite has to be Vaughan Williams. Oh, I like that one that does all the adverts. The music in the adverts. I like him. He's good. Cyrus is going to need to get back to editing. A little something that might be coming soon. Oh, Cyrus is doing his big masterpiece. It's going to be good. Shane says, hi there. Did you see your favourite Asia album turned 40 today? Yes, I did. Yeah, it still stings, that one. It still gets me right there. And remember, we've got 18 likes, but there are 42 viewers at the moment. So can we get that like count up a bit, please? I don't want to beg. Don't make me beg. Don't make me get on the floor. But it would be nice if you could like this video. I don't know why, but it's the YouTube thing. I don't want to do the YouTube thing. I don't do any of this. But we do it, don't we? We do it. Grant says, good review of the new Marillion album. Very honest, and others who think the artist is the best and they've released a mediocre substandard album. Well, I try and be honest. But it's hard. It's hard to get the message across. What I want. And this is a thing that I'm trying to do. Again, people say to me, oh, why'd you listen to it if you don't like it? And why did you review it? And this, that, and the other. Because people have lost the ability to review anything, to critique anything. Either it's a shit upon, a complete shit, I'm going to shit on something like they do, like these These guys get, billions of views on these shit posts on the current nerd favourite, or they've got to be glowing. And there's no in between. I try and come at it that it's, at least you can understand where I'm coming from and what it's about. I try and make it as legitimate as possible. And I listened to that record a few times, at least I think it was 3 times I listened to that record. And that was the conclusion I came to. But all I want is for people to listen, to watch the review or listen to the review or whatnot and go, maybe he's got a point, and actually be a little bit more critical themselves. Because I think, again, the way social media is and the way that the magazines are now, I don't think anyone really uses their brain. I think they just blindly accept everything. Oh, there's a new album out by so-and-so. It's got to be good. And I was saying this to the missus. I remember as a kid, we'd be out in the playground and someone would say, have you heard this album by so-and-so? And one of the more knowledgeable boys would go, I'm going to use Black Sabbath as an example. I don't know why. I just feel like it. It's the example I used when I was talking to the missus the other day about this. He'd say, well, he'd run through the various Black Sabbath albums and we'd all stand back and let him talk. And he'd say, well, you avoid this one. And that one's good. And that one's not too bad. And that one you might want to check out when you've checked out these ones. And he'd run through the discography. And you'd take it on board. And the reason before that is, one, there wasn't readily, these albums weren't readily accessible, i.e. we couldn't just pull them up and stream them for free like you can now. We had to take our pocket money and go to the local record shop or WH Smith's or whatnot and pay. And so that critical fountainhead of knowledge was essential for us, because it ensured that we didn't make a bad purchasing decision, like when I bought that in Asia album, both of them. I got conned. If somebody had warned me, I would have been safe. But we kind of listened to the more knowledgeable ones, and people would come to me for Queen, tips and that. So that's how it worked in the playground, and I kind of valued that. I thought it was really important that there were people who were guides. Well, this one's good. You might want to check out that, and that's where I've always come. Also, got to remember, I reviewed lots of stuff when in my professional capacity. Mainly films. It used to be like videos and that, and computer games. And I never reviewed music in the press or anything, because I was always worried that it would damage my love of music, because I wouldn't be able to say what I wanted to say, because the magazines were on the turn back then. Whereas here, I'm allowed to say what I want. But it's about, all I want is people to just listen and either get some value from it or at least laugh at it and be entertained. Oh, he's a buffoon, I don't mind that so much. But maybe just go away and think, yeah, maybe he's right. Maybe the lyrics aren't as good. Because my argument is you go back and listen to Season's End, right? That track, they talk about, the imagery of, there might not be any snow in England, and that's about global warming and the environment. It's an environmental song. And it uses imagery and it paints a picture and it gets you thinking. These current songs, they don't get you thinking. It's just this. It's one bullet point after another. There's no craft. There's no intelligence behind it. There's no poetry. It's just, the future's not orange. What the fuck? You're referring to the advertising campaign by, was it Orange Mobile, which have been defunct for many years? The future's green. Okay, I see why you needed to. I see why you've done that, because you needed to say the future's green. But you can get around that. You can say the future's not bright, the future's green. That gives you a warning. I've been listening to Greta T. That instantly dates the song. Instantly dates the song. Yeah. And you just listen to it. And it's just a series of buzzwords. There's no intelligence behind it. There's no attempt to open anyone's minds. It's just preach, 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 preach. Whereas at least with the Sierra Leone song, it was painting a picture. It's being evocative. and you were kind of transported to that place. But, that was my problem with a lot of the lyrical aspects. Again, the musically, it's all right. It's really do what they do, They're not going to break away. I don't think they're again, just look at the breadth of material you've got on Marbles in terms of style. You went from things that were very kind of aggressive and edgy to more poppy to things that are very left wing. It was everything musically on there, And now they seem to be kind of just stuck in this rut. And that's fine if you like that. Personally, I like a little bit of difference. To listen to those Queen albums as a lad, that's what it is, So, but if you can just listen to what I say and go, I don't agree with it, but I understand what he's saying. But nobody wants to do that. It's that blind fear of, he's attacking something I like. And it just shows you a lack of emotional maturity. And there's a lot of that out there at the moment. The internet has just allowed this complete reactionary, knee-jerk, thing. People don't actually think about what they're saying. They don't think about it, I was insulted in Italian. The guy says to me, you're a shithead, and I've listened to 1 million records. So I replied to him in Italian, well, I've listened to 1,000,001 records, and you probably don't understand this because you're Italian. Native, his first language isn't English. He's not going to get the nuances and subtleties of what I'm saying. And then I encourage him to listen to my shithead music. And, it gives them a chance to go away and come back and insult me some more, because might as well get that, But there you go. Yeah. Oh, Robert, you're back. Wasn't expecting to see you tonight. Jay says, those low, oops, I'll get this right because he's writing a little joke. And I've got to get the delivery right, okay? Jay has said, those low bass notes sound like my ex-wife's knicker elastic. Who was she? Bella Emberg? Grant says, 11 years, still here, still interesting. I'm glad you find it interesting. Dave says, really enjoying the bass. It sounds even better when it's plugged in. Oh, boy. Pyramid Head says, hi, sexy. Just dropping by. Well, who am I to deny that, eh? Probably another imposter. Grant says, next book I like to read is The History of the Tarot. Oh, it's a good one, isn't it? Jack says, did you check out the new Porky Tree song? Nope. Nice enough. I hope they don't release any more before the album comes out. No, I didn't check it out because I thought if I reviewed it, I'd just... Well, wait a minute. This could earn me some money because everyone would watch the review and they'd all call me a shithead, but instant ad revenue. Thanks for the tip. Thanks, Jack. Thanks for that. Payne says, sorry about that. Back to doing a number on me. Not a number 2, I hope. See, Robert, I don't know if you're real or not. I don't know if you're imposter, Robert. Though I did go through and block those accounts manually last week and added the people that I could identify onto the approved posters list. But I don't know what that means. It's a tool they give you on YouTube, but I don't know if it actually means anything. I don't know what any of this means. Does anybody know what this means? Anyway, I forgot. I was going to show you that Tool record, wasn't I? I probably showed it before, but I think it's really cool. Wait a minute. Oh, pull me feet. Yeah, so this is Lateralus, but then you know that. And look at that. Look. Yeah? Look at that. It works really well in the light, I must admit. Better than in daylight. and it's a double. So you also get it on the inside as well. Look at that. And it smells like crayons. Oh wow, that takes me back to school, that does. Anyway, Inglestein says, just checking if I'm approved. I don't know. How long have you been a subscriber, Inglestein? Are you the real Inglestein? Oh, look, it's crazy. It's a strange world we live in. But anyway, you get the inner bag. Oh, it's got a bit of a split seam, but it came like that, I'm afraid. And yeah, but this is where it gets really sexy. Ooh, what? How's that? How's that? Because he says, look at that. Yeah, was it Alex Gray? I think the name is of the artist. Look at that. I think I met him. I think I met Alex Gray. Or I stood near him anyway. Because I went to this tall thing called Third Eye Gathering in Irvine, California, because TU were playing, TU, that's Pat Mastelotto and Trey Gunn. And I went there. I saw them. Got a free ticket, which was nice. That was before I got blackballed, and I covered it. And I posted some really good pictures of it all. Oh, those were the days. That's before everybody hated me. And yeah, that's the other sleeve with the stuff on. And of course, this is a picture disc as well. But you know this because you've probably seen it. Whoops. See that? Look at that. And yeah. And yeah, it's a picture disc, and I usually hate playing picture discs, but it's the only copy I've got. So my microlinear, oh dear, split seam, man. Oh, that's the problem. It's got a bit of a sharp edge to the vinyl, so it splits the edges. Oh dear, it's a shame that. But yeah, it's a good one. It's a good one. It sounds good. It sounds better than the CD, I think. But that's just my ears. Everything sounds better on vinyl. And of course, listen to Oliver Tree's first album as well. That's good. I'm still waiting for it to come out on vinyl. The second album to come out on vinyl. Man. See, if I'd have just grabbed my pile of my pile of vinyls, you could have seen I played that one. It's kind of held together with sticky tape. Look, can you see that? It's held together with sticky tape. So I've got a new copy, a fresh copy of the eBay coming because it crackles. I've had this for years, since '89, and I thought, do you know what, Darren? Get yourself a fresh copy. Well, a fresher copy, one that isn't held together with sellotape. And this was the other one I was talking about. This is Jeff Parker's The Relatives, which has been reissued, which I'm going to do a review of. That'll piss everyone off because nobody will want to listen to that. And finally, Oliver Tree, Ugly is Beautiful, which is probably the greatest album ever made. It's a great record. Oliver Tree, man. Oliver Tree's where it's at. But his new album, Cowboy Tears, is even better. Even better. Fantastic. Love it. Hey, I like different music. Russell says, that one's a cool album jacket. It is. Inglestein says, this has LSD vibes. Well, again, Alex Gray's artwork, if you've seen any of the Tool's artwork, is very, what's the word? Again, it's about the third eye and, the altered consciousness. So, yeah, I suppose, a bit trippy, to put it plainly. A little bit trippy, Lance says, good evening. Good evening, Lance. Grant says, went into the public library today to pick up Bill's bio. It felt like I went to a different planet and not been inside a public library in 2 years because of COVID. Oh, that's a long time, isn't it? Jack says, seen a lot of articles about Tool's tour. Doesn't sound all that good. Setlist not great either. Well, I'm sure it looks good because they always do lots of good visuals, don't they? So There's always that. You can always look at the light show. I've always said that they put on a good show. The albums are a little bit, but they always put on a good, if you like shiny things and flashing lights, you're sorted. Oh, that makes me sound so bitchy. You know what I mean. They put on a big show, like Genesis does, Jack says, Dream Theatre set list, not great either. I've waited for Porky to come back rather than settle for seeing one of the others. Dream Theatre set list, not great either. Well, Dream Theatre are pretty awful, aren't they? Aren't they? They're not very good. I mean, you'd be wasting money going to see Dream Theatre anyway. Peggy says, I'm grooving off now. Catch up with the rest of the stream tomorrow. Well, I think we're nearly done, aren't we? We're coming to the end of it. Salmon? The stupid fish is back. Salmon. Okay, that's a strange message, but there we go. So, any more for any more? Because we can stop now. It's been, mind you, it's only been an hour and 12 minutes. We're kind of due at least another 18 minutes, aren't we? I feel like the steam has run out. We run out of steam here. That's because all those fake accounts are not on. We need that guy with all the fake accounts. Obviously, he was doing like 20% of the chat. Whoa, that takes some doing, doesn't it? Oh dear. Okay then, well, I'm going to toddle off because I think we've kind of run out of steam here. No one's really adding anything. Oh, wait a minute. Grant says, your show is fantastic. Well, of course it is. Of course. Thank you, Grant. You're too kind. Like I said, if anyone's... AJ says, hi, Darren, do that thing with your nose where you make it go squishy sounding. I don't know. I think you'll have to pay for that. Andrew says, think Steve Hackett has a new album coming out soon. Oh, God, not another one. We don't want another one, do we? I know he's doing more Genesis stuff, isn't he? Because he's got to do the Genesis. Still think he should do Invisible Touch. I'd like to see that. That would be good, wouldn't it? Oh, so we had another fake Robert Payne. Oh well. Very strange. It's a very strange world we live in. Russell says, Invisible Touch, one of their finest. Yeah, maybe. Maybe. Who knows? Who knows? Jay says, cheers, Darren. Enjoyable night as always, of course. Night all. Yeah, again, if we can squeeze another 12 minutes. Sam says, any thoughts on the new Marillion album? I've done the review, guy. Come on. Oh, do I have to post the link Do I? Can nobody find the reviews these days? Obviously not. Anyway, let's get the shareable link. And there you go. There's all the thoughts you need there. All the thoughts you need. Peter's making his sandwiches for tomorrow. That's a good strategy. That's a good strategy. That makes sensible. That's a sensible thing to do. We like sensible. And Andrew's off. There's a lot of fans of Invisible Touching tonight. Makes a change, doesn't it? And Russ loves my coffee time shows. Too bloody right. Too bloody right. Absolutely. That's all right, Simon. There's, it's YouTube. It's what goes on, isn't it? It's what happens. Yeah, YouTube doesn't exactly work for the creator. YouTube does what it wants, But one must assume if there's a big album out, I will probably cover it, though. I don't know. I don't know about the Porcupine Tree one. I don't know if I can take another kick in like I did with the Marillion. The Marillion fans. Oh, God, the kicking I get. Oh, man, they all love me so much. You just laugh. It's all funny, isn't it? It's all silly stuff. It's all silly stuff. Okay, then. Well, we'll call it quits. And, yeah, we'll do this all again next time. Oh, okay then. Okay, I'll see you next time. Jack says, Hackett's tour of Latter-day Genesis should be called We Can't Hack It. I see what you did there. Well, I think he's missing a trick. Just imagine a 12-string acoustic edition of Invisible Touch itself. That would be amazing, wouldn't it? So I will crawl away. And the imposters will follow me. Thanks for watching. We're done. Remember, folks, if you can't be good, be safe. But more importantly, don't tell your mother. Ta-da. Oh, dear. Oh, no, dear. Bye-bye.